Welcome to another episode of the Same Face, Different Pace podcast. My name is Crystal. I'm your host, and to the left of me, I have
Jessica.
Okay, Jess.
Oh my gosh, I can't win for losing around here.
So we are two sisters raised in a pastor's home, like twins, but aren't, living our lives in two different ways from two different perspectives. We are so glad that you guys joined us this week for another episode. Yes.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Jess, what's your pace for this week?
This week is good. You know, I love me a good Christmas. Christmas break is almost over. Back in the fold.
Back in the fold.
But you know, I'm excited. The new year is coming, so sheesh. It went by so fast.
Yeah, it did. It did.
That's pretty much it.
It's a lot.
What about you?
I'm kind of in the same boat, gearing up for New Year. Work stuff that's upcoming, enjoying the 2-week break that I had from work. Well deserved, because it's been a long year. And honestly, I'm kind of happy. I made at my job, I hit a milestone. I'll say that.
Okay.
You know,
that's good
this
for
year, I hit a milestone this year. So it feels good. It feels really good. And I'm looking forward to bonus time.
Come on now.
Bonus time is coming.
Don't get me going on bonus time.
Those of us that work in our industry and finance, we real excited right now. So, but yeah, that's my pace for the week. So it's been pretty good. Cool. So we hope you guys have had an amazing week, just like we have. We didn't want to keep the pace too long this week because we have something very serious that we want to talk about. Yes. And by now, you guys have all heard about the topic that we're getting ready to talk about, which is the coach from Michigan. Let me grab his name real quick. Because I don't want to get it wrong. I do want to get it right.
It's gonna be on here talking about.
Yeah, no. And I thought it was this, but I just wanted to be for sure. His name is Sherrone Moore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he is the head coach. He was formerly the head coach at Michigan, who allegedly, and I mean, I'm saying that, but it's come out by now, but he engaged in a romantic relationship with a younger female staffer. So the staffer reported, that there was some dealings going on that raised concerns. So there was an investigation that happened involving the coach and the staffer, and it was determined that he had an inappropriate relationship with this young staffer. So he has been terminated from his position. Yeah. He has also been jailed because he allegedly went to her house and was very upset about losing his job and things like that. Allegedly, the staffer was pregnant, was pregnant at this time. Yeah. The reporting is very spotty on that, but was allegedly impregnated by him. He is married with children. Yeah. And so this is a very serious thing.
For sure.
So number one is I kind of want to get into the conversation this week about, just kind of the behavior. Yeah. When you are in a position of power, and some of the things, and it goes back to like, we have corporate jobs, right? So there are certain things that are, that they talk about that you can and cannot engage in. And so it is very, very, very shocking because he signed a 5-year contract. Yeah. And like I said, I typically don't have my phone, but I want to have my phone on this week's episode because I want to get this clear. He signed a 5-year, $6 million deal with Michigan in 2024. But the for-cause firing for the alleged misconduct, he will not receive allegedly his $13.9 million buyout. Wow. Meaning he'll lose out on the remaining contract money instead of getting paid out. So
that's tough.
I don't want to get into the story. I just wanted to give an overview of exactly what happened. So if you can bring us to our points for this week, of what we want to talk about, which is engaging in the misconduct as somebody with a subordinate. So first of all, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it happens every day.
Sure,
honestly.
sure.
It's bad to say, but I think it happens every day.
Sure.
Because if we didn't, every year we have compliance that we have to complete at our job, and that's in our compliance.
Sure.
Is what happens if, what happens if your boss or somebody basically is favoring a team member or something like that. It happens every day. It's sad. I just think that people just need to play their part and play their position as far as if you are married, and I'm a stickler about this.
Yeah.
If you are married, it's a way that you should conduct yourself.
Absolutely.
I don't have to walk around with my ring for people to know that I'm married.
Right.
And it's just wild to know that some people, allegedly, some people can do certain things because they have the power to do so. And I don't want to ever think that my job is in jeopardy just because I'm not giving you what you want. And that's sometimes, not all the time, because some people want that relationship, but some people are scared.
Yeah.
Am I going to lose my job? And these are high paying jobs. Am I going to lose my job because I don't accept a work dinner after work, or a work drink after work, or something like that? I don't think that is right.
And I hate to it's funny because last night I was watching Waiting to Exhale. You remember on the scene where the lady was talking to the bigger guy, and then when they got in the office and he was like,
the one in Scottsdale.
Yes. I own a home
in Scottsdale.
I was like, this movie brings back so many memories, but it's all of things like that. Like you said, it happens every single day.
Back on, okay, this gonna be quick. Back on Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
You remember when
and Brack Scrollforce
and Bernadine, she was all that stuff had happened. She had got her hair cut and they went out dancing on the on the dance floor. I think his name was Herbert or
Hubert or something like that.
She said, what?
Oh, he's harmless. I'm like,
because they was like, isn't he married? So it's a way that you should conduct yourself being a married man, no matter if you are a coach, if you are in the corporate America,
sure.
If you own a construction company, like, I don't care what you do.
Sure.
Some people get roles in like acting and stuff like that. They get favored for that because they're doing certain things, It's a lot in the world today.
Yeah, it is a lot. One of the things is like, it's a big deal, right? Because as the head coach, he has significant power.
Yeah.
The woman was his subordinate in the workplace. He made decisions around pay, access, and opportunities regarding her. And then the behavior exposed the university. It exposes them to legal and ethical risks because he is of a high-paying, high-level job at the university, which exposes them for all kinds of legal.
You get a spotlight on you at that point.
Yes, reprimanding. So one of the things that I want to talk about this week also was like power and access and the responsibility that comes with that. So when somebody controls your career, your pay, the visibility and opportunity, it's a personal choice. Your personal choices, they do have lasting impressions.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just not a good look.
It's not a good look. And I guess I think about things that could be like on our street, pretty much. And so Dad's a pastor. So I think about even pastors.
Yeah.
When they're dating all these members and different things like that, you are taking what God called you to do.
Absolutely.
And you are abusing that.
Yes.
And that's what these people are doing. And they can say it's harmless. They can say, oh, it just happened or whatever. No, this stuff it's been happening.
It's been happening.
It's been happening.
It's been happening.
Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
So people are just they just throwing their weight around.
Yeah.
They're just throwing their weight around, and they go after the I hate to say this, but sometimes the weaker ones.
The weaker ones, yeah.
And the ones that they feel like, oh, this person may not even say anything because they're not so forthcoming with different things and stuff like that. So I don't know, like, I'm not with that.
Yeah, no, and like this young lady, allegedly her salary went from like 40 grand to like 90 grand.
Come on.
And that was like something that stood out to everybody when they did their investigation. So I just always think your poor choices and poor judgments will always backfire in some kind of way. And then when it backfire, like I just think about his wife and his kids, like they have to suffer now. They have to go from living this lavish lifestyle. And not saying money is everything, right? But like even us, we're used to a certain lifestyle. And if we had to downgrade from that lifestyle because of a poor choice of a spouse, that would be like a gut punch.
Yeah.
It's a gut punch.
Yeah, for sure.
So when people make decisions, they have to think about the aftermath. Obviously, he was never thinking that something like this was going to happen. Or maybe he felt like he was in too deep and like couldn't turn around. But like at this point, you have impacted people on your staff because I'm sure you had like financial advisors. I'm sure you had, your team. Yeah. Like let's even the boys that play for Michigan.
That's what I was going to say.
They were looking up to you. All the staff that was on the coaching staff and things like that. It's like everybody is affected behind decisions that you made. So it's just like when you at such a high level, you just have to think about that kind of stuff. And you have to like make like what do they say with too much is given, much is required.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those type of things, like where too much is given, much is required.
And I'm gonna say it like this: more money, more problems. Let's bring it down to my people. More money, more problems.
Yeah,
and that goes across the board.
Yeah.
Because somebody, number one, gonna be gunning for your jobs. You're gonna always be under a microscope just because of the level that you're.
And that's the thing. You always under a microscope when you have these type of positions. So you should know to watch your step.
Absolutely.
I'm not losing millions of dollars behind stuff like this. I'm not. Crystal.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
But I guess sometimes people think that they can get away with certain things, of course, no matter how sneaky or whatever that you get. But God exposes all. It's just the timing.
Yeah.
It's the timing of it all. And sometimes when you think you can get real relaxed with it and maybe be sometimes maybe in public with it, now he has to expose you publicly. And that hurts.
And like they say, you don't want a whooping from God. You don't want to whoop it from God.
Baby, let me tell
you. You don't. But yeah, I just, that's just kind of one of the things that I thought about. I also thought about the fact that pressure doesn't excuse poor judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, high level coaching is stressful, visible and demanding, but pressure reveals character.
Let me tell you something. A diamond is made out of the roughest, dirtiest things, but you get a jewel in the end.
Beautiful jewel.
If you stay the course.
Yeah.
If you stay the course, it would happen for you.
Yeah.
Prayerfully, hopefully, if that's in your deck of cards that God wants you to have, it would happen for you. And if you are stressed, go home and be with your wife and your kid, or do something. You don't go out and get a whole nother one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it. It wasn't that good.
Yeah. And leadership requires emotional regulation.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel that when you are in a leadership position, I'm sure there's many locker room talks that he's given to these young men just about doing the right thing when no one is looking. And just about, again, being emotionally regulated and not letting what they say, I want to be correct. The wrong head make the decisions.
Oh yeah.
Watching out for these women that want to come after you just because of what you have. And it's like,
it remind me of Love and Basketball.
Yeah. 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 They want to come after you because of what you have. And if you have this position on the team, and if you are even on the team, these girls want to come after you. So it's just like, on one hand, I'm just like, I just cannot stop thinking about this story, even though it's, of course, old at this point.
Yeah.
But it makes me think about so many things, even in the corporate space. It makes me think about so many things. Like you said, we have all these compliance trainings for a reason. And don't think that you can misuse the company credit card. Don't think that as a CEO or a CFO that you can date that. Like they had that story about that CFO that was out with that lady at the the Coldplay concert.
Yeah.
And they
got exposed on camera.
And they got exposed on camera. I just feel like it never pays to do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Because at some point you're gonna get caught.
For sure.
And then, like I said, integrity is just doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Boundaries, self-control, accountability. Like all of that stuff still matters.
Absolutely.
In a world where we feel like it is so big. We talk about it all the time. Houston is so big.
But yet so
small.
But
it is so small.
But yet so small.
If you're doing something 9 times out of 10, somebody done seen you.
Somebody seen you.
Somebody done seen you.
You know how they say go across town? Cross town, somebody know you.
Somebody done seen you. And my thing is, sometimes people want to say, because social media is not a real place.
Of course.
Like you
can be whoever.
You know how we feel about social media. It's not a real place. But accountability is not cancel culture. Like some people, when you holding people accountable, they want to say, we always canceling people and da-da-da-da-da. But like Grandma say, a hard head make a soft behind.
Yes, Lord.
And consequences are not punishment. Sometimes these things are well-deserved.
Well-deserved.
So we got to clean it up a little bit. Yeah. And sometimes, you just, every dog have their day. And that's how I feel about it. Every dog have their day. At the end of the day, the day gonna win.
And every hit dog gonna holler.
See, these sayings seem funny, but like really, they hit home in situations like this. I was just like, I feel like we should talk about something like this, because those of us that are professionals, a lot of people that follow us are professionals, and of course, we the mamas now. And some of us, the grandmamas now, at our young ages, even still. And we have to talk about these things because they're important. We have to remember that people always watching us, especially as double minorities. Like we're double minorities in the workplace. Ain't nobody trying to give us a break.
That part.
Well, I ran into somebody today, and he was like, oh, we can go to HR if we want to talk about things. I'm not going to... Are you crazy? You think
we can run on down that HR?
You think I'm going to HR to have a little chat with them about what's going wrong?
Yep, that's what they want you to do.
I had a good friend of mine recently who had someone that went to HR about a few things. They were fired.
Backfired. I'm telling you.
They were fired within a week.
Which that's a whole nother story. Bye. I'm not even gonna say that. I worked in HR, so it really gets under my skin.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to. Yeah. That's supposed to be your safe place for the workplace. But whatever. We'll talk about that later.
I texted my coworker about the conversation. I said, I take my burdens to the Lord.
Come on now.
And I leave them there. Because God can do way more than I could ever do in a corporate space. Again, I'm never going to be one of them people. I don't need that job. I need my job. I have a very good job. I need my job. So when we are in these positions of power, and when we are in these spaces where we have ranks to make decisions and to sway decisions, right? Even sway decisions. We have to be responsible with our positions.
For sure.
And we have to always remember that, you know, amongst the world, you know, they may never know, but we serve a God that sits high and looks low. And we can never think we bigger than the program.
Because he everywhere at the same time.
At the same time.
Come on.
So we wanted to bring this serious topic to you guys, and we want to hear from you guys, and also, have you guys been through anything where you've had somebody that sits in a position of high power that does some of these things to you, whether it's in sports or corporate leadership or even parenting? All these lessons are all still the same. Your talent can open doors, but guys, please remember, it's your character that keeps them open. Being in charge does not mean that you are not held to the same standard as somebody that holds a lower one. And this conversation also reminds us that leadership is not always about performance. It's about integrity, boundaries, and accountability, no matter what industry you are in. How you lead when no one is looking still matters. Okay.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, that's this week's episode. We hope you guys got a lot out of this episode. And with that being said, let them know how they can find us on social media and how they can reach out to us if they want.
YouTube, Instagram, we got it all.
Girl,
YouTube,
right.
Instagram, Same Face, Different Face podcast. If you want to send us anything via email, we are Same Face, Different Face podcast 25 at gmail.com. Y'all get on there, follow us, even on our social media, on our Instagram. We try to post stuff on our story and stuff. Go and we will put the links on there.
Yeah.
So go, we try to make it easy for y'all guys, but y'all got to subscribe. Okay. Subscribe. But no, seriously, subscribe to our YouTube, like, share, do whatever. We try to make it fun, but this one was a serious thing.
It was
a serious thing because this is what people deal with, and it's not good. It's not good.
And I always remember too, I know we're wrapping up. We don't ever want to I see a lot of laughing on social media.
Yeah.
I see a lot of gaslighting on social media regarding this. I see a lot of people we do want to talk about the accountability factor, but we also want to pray for him and his family.
Absolutely.
And we also want to pray for anybody in their family who is in this situation, because we are all human and we all fall short.
And it could be you.
And it could be you.
One day.
So with that being said, whether you are a mother, whether you are a woman who is in the corporate space, whether you are a homegirl or whoever you are, we want you to listen in, tap in. We have been seeing your comments. We do get your DMs and things like that. So thank you guys so much for supporting us. Thank you for your views. And until next time, we will see you guys on another episode. Bye.
Bye.